Happy New Year, everyone. I'm glad that today is going to be New Year, and California is going to be at midnight. So in New York has already been, an east part of United States has been already 2026. So I'm going to just congratulate you guys for making a new year, 2026. Happy New Year to all you all. I hope you enjoy it, and then learn a lot, and then accomplish a lot, and be successful. And then 2025 was a very good productive year for us also. And then I'm going to make a video today to show you free online IT and DevOps resources at MyWebUniversity.com, which is my website, and also YouTube.com at MyWebUniversity English channel, and YouTube.com at MyWebUniversity Dari channel, which is in Dari Afghan language. So I'm going to just make this video, and I will show you how to make big banners using PowerShell Windows, and how to use make big banners using Bash scripting on Linux. So on both platform, I will produce you. That's why I'm making a lot of resource available for you, free online IT and DevOps. And I hope you enjoy it, and you join our channels, and also subscribe to our channels, as well as share the knowledge with your loved ones. So everybody is going to benefit it, and let's get started with that. I'm going to this is the thumbnail for short that I will later make it, but I'm going to just show you the command line. So basically, I have written this PowerShell script already, and it's ready for you to just run it. This is the source code for PowerShell. It is going to open some URLs on my website that I already wrote Linux with Python. Those ones, they just dynamically generate URLs and text documentation, and banners, and uppercase, and fonts, different fonts, as well as I'm demonstrating this one on the command line here using banner. And then on Windows, the banner command is not available, but there's a module called write-banner, and then you have to use install module, and then -name write banner, and then once that module is installed, you can use it. But a lot of other commands that I have done in the past, programs and looping and all of that one, so you're familiar with it. npx is just for note package executable that you could run Figlets. Figlet is a Linux command also, and also a package. Lolcat is a utility that also brings colorful text. So a lot of nice stuff here. I'm going to just run the script here on PowerShell. So this window is open, and then the code is, when you run the program, you just gave the name of the script, which in this case, I name it fireworks.ps1, because inside the code, I'm also just doing a fireworks, so you could celebrate the new year. That's fun. Right now, I'm counting down the year. 10, 9, 8, and number of seconds, and I just display the time as I go. And at the same time, then I say 2026, Happy New Year. 5 times I do it, and then after that one, I just use other banners, kind of information. Notice the font on the Figlets. There's a font called USA flags, and that one just brings you the font with the colorful USA flag. But this one is the banner, and then the banner is just displaying you hash code there, 2026. And some of the fonts, depending on what font you use at certain options, you have to see some of the text gets kind of cut at the end of it, because it's allowed like maybe 10 characters or 9 characters for the font. And this one is the USA flag and the information. But you can see the Here the R is at the end on the next line wrapped there. So these are fonts size capabilities and what you can do with it, and what is your resolution and how you set up, and what number of characters you can print. But basically the fireworks start, and then just celebrating. And the fireworks, I group it to around like 3 to 5 seconds. So after this 5 second window or 3 second window, and then it is going to just automatically closes. But then after that one, I just display saying thank you for watching. And then this is just kind of a thanking from you guys. And then wanted to make sure that you're familiar with my YouTube channels. And then the YouTube channels that I have, there are two channels. One is English channel, youtube.com at MyWebUniversity. And then the other one is youtube.com at MyWebUniversity-Dari, Dari for Afghanistan, Dari. So this one also my website, MyWebUniversity.com. So at this time, the script is completed and it says, please visit MyWebUniversity.com, and the code automatically opened the URL, which is MyWebUniversity.com here. As you can see here on the last part of the code, I'm opening 3 banners. One is a banner URL, one is Figlet, and one is MyWebUniversity. So that page that you just saw is MyWebUniversity. And this one, and just I posted the flag, the image is saying to 2026 Happy New Year, and free online IT and DevOps resources. So as you can see on this one, I have a lot of technical documentation, thousands, 50,000 of PDF and 50,000 of HTML. At the same time, courses online for you to watch and go. At the same time, if you just go on the YouTube channels for English, I have 1.9K videos that you can watch and learn it. They're all very, very kind of powerful technicality wise. They're easy. At the same time, I try to make it as much possible that you can understand it much better. So if it is sometime with cybersecurity or SQL injection or command lines, at the same time, I'm teaching you these commands from the browser to run Linux command. Those are not done anywhere. And I'm just trying to make sure that you watch this course, IT Dev and Ops Masterclass. You will learn a lot in 2026, and you will benefit it a lot for your work, for your school, everything. At the same time, when you are going to the 4C channel, this is the 4C channel. I have everything in Dari, same thing that you could watch this one. And please support the Afghan little girls to go to school again. They're not allowed because of the government at this time. They're not allowing the little young girls to go to school. And I need your support to just everywhere you go, make sure that you just have the voice of these people, these little innocent girls from Afghanistan. They're 7th grade. After that one, they are not allowed to go to 8th grade or 6th grade to 7th grade. That's unfair. But at the same time, I want to just make sure that you could come on my website, which is this one. If you come in on that website itself, you see that there's all these video in English that you could watch. This one, video in Dari, which is this one, the direct path to Linux Ubuntu, which is my entire book called The Direct Path to Linux Ubuntu, which is about 15 chapters. All of these ones, they teach you a lot of stuff. For example, if you want to learn the basic of Unix and Linux, one of the basic command is banner that I'm showing you today, which I did already in the past. So banner, you could see basically on Linux, you could write this command banner peace for all, and it will write something like this, peace for all. And banner hello. So I took the image at that time. I love and peace to all. I love to play football. All of those ones are there, but at the same time, I am allowing you to run the command on my cloud and on my web server, and then bring you the output onto your browser. So that is very cool stuff. For example, let's say the banner 2026, if you click on this one, I run the command saying banner 2026 plus Happy New Year. And then the output will just display dynamically here. So if you just say, since in New York was already New Year, you could just add New York, and the query string is just add New York to it, it's there. And if you just want to change that one to California, so it is dynamic. You could run the command. My script runs as this is your input. All the classes are substituted for the space here. So that's the query string. Plus is saying that wherever is space substituted to plus. And then now it says 2026 Happy New Year. This is not just a command that you could just only do certain ones. And I could give you here more examples of, like, for example, if you say banner peace for all, and it's going to say banner peace for all. And if you just decide here to say banner plus hello plus world, you could do that one, and then it's going to print the same thing, hello world. So this is dynamic, runs on your browser, and you get the output on your browser. At the same time, I just show you more example of a banner with Figlet commands. Figlet is another Linux command that you could say Figlet plus, plus is the space here. So here you can see the actual command that you would type in the $ or prompt. Figlet minus F, meaning a dash font. Font is big, this is font big. And then Happy New Year, and then it's gonna write Happy New Year 2026 in New York. So that's the font, and you could see that is the text that was printed here. Happy New Year 2026 New York. And if you just change New York to, let's say, Afghanistan, and then you should get 2026 Afghanistan. It is wrapped out to the next one because it's longer. But if you just change that one to USA, dynamically it just writes Happy New Year to USA 2026. Anything that you type in, I want you to just whichever country you are, come in on my website and practice some of this stuff. Or just say your name, for example. I want to say a big shout to one of our members that joined into our channel. His name is Vincent Vinod 307. So let's just say thank you to him. I'm going to just come here and say dash font big, and then I'm gonna say big shout, maybe big plus shout plus actually shout out loud, right? Shout plus out plus shout out loud plus Vincent Vinod 307. So this is going to say shout out loud, Vincent Vinod 307. Thank you for joining the member as a silver person. And so each one of you guys could go and join and support our channel. This channel, there's 3 tiers, silver is $2.99 and so on. It doesn't matter if you don't join or you join. It actually, you're supporting not just this to pay for all the network and storage and things that I do for the website to support it, as well as making these videos. Somebody's going to benefit it. There's a student that they cannot afford to pay for their college tuition. For years I have been doing it, and I think if more of you guys are subscribing and joining the channel, it's going to help to some level that I could just pay for the services that I'm being charged for. So at the same time, notice that on the channel, if you go on the MyWebUniversity, let me just go to switch account here and say go to MyWebUniversity English channel, and then visit the my channel. So you can see on a lot of them I made banners to teach you online courses. So you look for some kind of courses online, but there's already available. This is very loud. So you could just go and watch it, and then I can put on join or something. There's a lot of courses that will going to benefit you. You don't have to buy books and tools and everything else. I'm going to stop it here because it's really loud. Sorry about that. But I'm going to go to MyWebUniversity here. Okay, let me just pause this one. That's my default one that it comes in. And then right here, if you go to MyWebUniversity, notice that I did some of these banner commands and everything. At the same time, you might just say, well, what other resources are available for this one? For example, you're learning about banner, then you could just say, banner, give me the HTML version of this banner. I'll produce you the HTML version right here. And then if you say, how about the Figlet? Can I get the Figlet? Yes, you type in Figlet here, and then I just generate the Figlet dynamically for you. And right here is Figlet. And then you could just go through this one, no matter how many pages you could read it. But this is just HTML version. That is very hard for a student to just install a Linux machine, and then all they get is just a command line, and then they have to do something like man Figlet. And then all they get is like text like this, right? But then at the same time, then they look for a man banner. So then they get that one. However, when I just made this one, if you need the PDF version, you just click in here, say man, then it goes to my website. On my website, man to PDF, this is a Python program. And whatever command you're there, you could just click on it, and then I just create the PDF version for you on the fly as soon as you do it. And if you just say, wow, that's good, can I just do the same thing for Figlet? Yes, you just type in here Figlet. So my program is dynamically generating it. It's not static. As soon as you type in the name here, I just create it here. And then just here, right there. And this is very, very nice because the whole internet is at your fingertips. So you're going to say, well, this is kind of agentic AI, because the agent is just, you type in here Python, and then I just generate you python.pdf file here. And then now you go read the Python programming language. And then you say, this is not enough, it's only 7 pages. Do a Ctrl+F here, and then type in HTTPS. Now you can go to these URLs that are bookmarked on the manual pages, and my program is code reusability of the object-oriented style of Python. I just say, okay, whatever they provide, I'm just going to take that one, and now you're on the internet using python.org. If you just go to the documentation, there are thousands of documentation everywhere. Go to the tutorials and everything. Similarly, if you just say, Wahid, that's great. Now the whole internet is at my fingertips. Yes, it is. Let's say you want a Node.js. You just come in here, not Node.js. Node. Node is the actual command, or npx and npm that you type in. So when you type in Node, I just generate your Node command here. And then again, you do Ctrl+F here, search for HTTPS, and then wherever is a node.js.org website, and then other ones like GitHub and other ones, you could just click on it, And now I'm on nodejs.org, and the whole technical documentation are here. See? If you're just looking for like OS module, you say, well, what is the CPUs that do? You just read it, and then at the same time, you could be just opening up a command line here and just do a clear screen run node and say os.cpus function, and it just gave you that one. And then say, okay, great. How about dot exit? Exit out of this one, clear screen, and say OS node. I'm gonna do like os.userinfo, so I could get that information from here. You can see here, this is Wahid on this one. os.platform. What platform I am on this Windows machine, right? os.type. So all of the function that you memorized, read from there, you can practice it here. At the same time, if you just say, how about the Linux version? Can I do that one on a Linux machine? Yes. If you say which node, now a node is there, node dash dash version, it tells you the version, and you could get inside that node interpreter and you say os.cpus, and now you get all the CPUs. And then os.host name, you get the host name. os.type, see which Linux type. os.platform, and then a platform. So everything is there. os.userinfo, and this root, I'm logged on as root. So if I log out of as root in here and then say exit out of here and then just say ID-UNA, get an password, and then backtick ID-UN. Now I'm just saying I'm Wahid, right? So at this time, if I just do that one, or I could just do a $ ID-UN, you could do that one, or you could just say, instead of this one, you just type statically Wahid, and then get the root level. All of the user that you're logged on that server, you could get that one. At the same time, if I just say, okay, that's great. What am I showing you here? So ID-A is for this user, right? And then ID-group name, and ID-group by itself, ID-U, user ID name, user ID and name, you can get all that information. Same thing if I say clear screen here and go to node and say os.userinfo. Earlier we got it for root, now I'm getting it for Wahid because I'm logged on as Wahid. So you can get that one. If I just say, okay, this is great, can I get this one from a Python or something? Then I could exit out of here and clear screen, say which Python 3, that's Python 3 is installed. So on my web server, when we did the documentation, I showed you like Python, for example, right? So you could go on Python, again, search here, Python, and then I generate you the python.pdf. Look how fast it is and how great it is. It's just Python, and then Ctrl+F Python, HTTPS, and then you could just say go to docs.python.org. Now you're there, or go to somewhere else, wherever you want. But at the same time, on the Linux, if you're on Python here, say Python, just run it, and then you could say import OS, and then os.system, and then say cat-n etc os-release. So if I just want to get it inside Python, the os-release, I could get it. Similarly, if I just say, remember earlier ID-UN, I could get that information stuff there. At the same time, I could just create a list inside Python and run a few commands. So let me show you that one. And if I just want to clear my screen here, I just say clear command and it's going to be there. And then if I say which directory I am, it shows there. Give me the host name right there. Now I'm going to create a list and say commands is equal, and then I give a couple of commands. So I want to say what this is my host name, and run the banner command. Banner, just say 2026 new year. That's good enough. And then we say, and then also run the calendar command. And then that's good enough. 3 or 4, 3 command is good. And then we say here, if I just want to get the values of this one, you could see that there's a list there. So command sub-0 is the first command. The command sub-1 is the second one. Command sub-2 is there. The last one is there. You could also say colon like that to print all of them, or do only from 0 to 2, or 1 to 2. Don't show the host name. All of those ones are within the for statement. You could also do it the way you want to do it. So you could say for CMD and commands, and then you say print, and then I could use the F string and then say within the bracket say CMD, and then that's the command, and then we just print that command there if we want to do that. And so that's how it writes it. But then if you want to execute it here, you say for this one, then you say os.system. I think I imported that one already, but let's see. And then I'm going to put the whole thing into this function, and you can see that they just executed it there. The first command was hostname, which is this is the output, banner 2026 and new year. So then it's really good. You could do things like that there. At the same time, I could use other functions. So like os.system, and then let's do one more technique because I'm inside banner Figlet example. I want to show you a little bit more here. So I'm going to say clear the command first here. So commands is this, and then I want to just say command sub 1. That is only banner, right? So I want to change the command sub-0. Command sub-0 is there, and then I'm going to say change the value of that one to say Figlet dash font big, and then I'm going to say 2026 new year, and then at the same time while I do this one, let's do the laugh out loud cat minus A for animation, and then just close that one, and then say go ahead and run the calendar. So now this time we do, I'm sorry, the only one we want to do is this one, this value. So Figlet this one, and a banner big, and then I believe right here I need to do a double quote, and then that is the argument. So commands, it's all of them. This is command sub-0. Let's see command sub-0 has the right value or not. Yeah. And so if I just say os.system, and then just run the command sub-0 as the argument, which is command sub-0. This is a faster way to just test it. Command is not defined. Did you mean commands? Okay, so commands sub-0. And that's exactly how you want to run it. See how it is simple like that? So now we tested it for one command. You could do it within a loop. So how do we do that one? os.system, and then clear the screen first. So we did this one and that one worked. What we want to do is get the value of commands first. We want to see all the commands that are there. I'm going to say for CMD and commands, and then just go to a loop. And then I'm going to say stream is equal os.pipe open. This is another method or function. In this case is a method. OS is the module, method is pipe open or process open. And then we're going to say open this command, whatever is the command. Then write the output of the stream.read to output, assign that one to this. Then I say, at this time, we could just run the output to say print output. And then you can see here, there. And this time I didn't color it because the lolcat there. Notice 2026 and then that one. So you could do pass on the argument because this one is taking that argument. It is the animation part is not showing on the second one. Okay, so right here read and then that one is there. However, the way you do it, like I showed you earlier, os.system. You could even do something like the for CMD is equal. Let's see, for CMD and commands, and then just do os dot first do the stream right here, and then do the output, and then right here we could say print if the command is, we want to just write the command, whatever is the command here, and we want to display to see what we are getting in the command. So you're just saying CMD here. This is what that one is command is. I'm gonna have this one with a single quote CMD, and now we close it, and then that is good enough to say that, and then we're gonna say another print statement. Print, actually not print, we don't need to do a print. We just say os dot, we already did the pipe open, we say print stream. So after we print it, we also run the command. So the command is, this is the command, and then os.wrap, this one is the address of it, because we just, instead of this one, I should have said output, not stream. So let's just correct that one. We go first for this one, then we just say stream is this, then we say output. So far so good, and then the print statement. If you write it in a Visual Studio Code IDE, it's much easier to do it. This is the idle and Python idle, which is integrated development learning environment. So this is a little bit tougher to edit it. But yeah, IDE, PyCharm, or Visual Studio Code, here I could do that one, and it's easy there. But let me just do it this way also to show you the challenge and how you fix it. So the command is, we already did this one. And then this one, the last time I told you that I said print the stream. No, you don't print the stream because the stream is the address. So you say output. The output, we read it. And so now you have the values. Okay. And then you can quit out of this one. And as a function, clear screen. You could also say Figlet dash font, and then here you could say and dash font and then say big and the name of the font and say 2026 Happy New Year. That's the message. You could see that it is just writing that information. And then if you just wanted laugh out loud cat dash a for colorful to it, you could do that one. And just calling the utility that it does it for the colorful laugh out loud cat there. And then on PowerShell, you could do the same thing. So if you just copy this one as a line and then just open a terminal here and say .exec clear screen and then just paste this command here, and this should just recognize it. Let's see, Figlet. Okay, Figlet on the PowerShell is not available unless you use npx, which is node package executable. So put npx in front of it and it will understand it. Because if you want to install it, you say npx install Figlet. But if you want to just execute it without installing it, you could run it from local or external. That is how you do that one. So notice here, you could do something like that. And then that's animation printing it on the line. At the same time, if you say, well, this is the font that I want to use as big, what other fonts are there? Well, you could do something like banner. There's a lot of them, digital and then term and banner and so on. So you could do that one and laugh out loud cat with that dash animation. You don't have to do animation all the time. If you don't like, if you want to just get a fast result, you just clear screen here and just do this one with sorry, clear screen and then just do without the dash a. And then automatically it prints it on there. Every time you run it, you just get a different result here. So if you just say, well, just since every time it's there, I'm going to just put another command in front of npx and say, clear the host first, and then just run the command. So you could say clear dash host, or you could write it the way you wanted to do it, clear dash host, and then semicolon. You could do that one, and it's just basically clear the screen and it writes it for you. Every time you do it, it just says, okay, now I'm going to do a different colors. Yes, the clear host. This one, you could also use some commands instead of semicolon. Semicolon meaning that no matter what, it runs this command. But then you could say ampersand, meaning that if the first command succeeded, then run this one. So you could say, just go ahead, run a command inside of this one. You could do that one also. Let me see on the, this one you could say, and after the clear screen, pwd and do that one. So it clears the screen, it prints the working directory, and then this is where I am, and then it does that. Okay, so the other command that you could do, and there's some option here, you could say, I could run the backtick command, and say date, and then backtick here. Let's see if it does run. Yeah, the backtick in PowerShell is just working as if like you want to put this text as there, it will do it for you. But on Linux, if you do the backtick here and say that, okay, banner, you could say instead of this one, let me just take out of this one and then right here. I could say backtick this. Okay, that command is not recognized because of the Figlet. So let me just see if I could switch that one with banner, it might work. So banner, and then this. So different commands, different arguments, different syntax. You have to try those ones. So banner command not found. Okay, let's see why it doesn't do it. Banner and backtick, and then pwd backtick. Okay, yes, it did there, but this other one, maybe there's a spaces in there. Actually, yes, this is not a command, so it would not work. But if I run the backtick date, that's a command, it should work. It gave you the date. So if I want to just say that that message here, I could say echo, echo, and then do that one. And now it's going to do that with the color. So basically, it's tricks and techniques that you could do, master it, and as you figure out, sometimes you go internally understanding how these programs works there. Even on the website, for example, if I just go to my website here, and you see that's one Figlet plus big banner, and then and this one it says banner this. So if I want to just say banner plus backtick date, just to see the date command, you can see here Wednesday that, right? So all of a sudden, then I say, well, what if they do some kind of OS injection and wants to compromise my website? No, they cannot do that one, because my program is smart enough to catch those ones. For example, let's say you do this one, you say, okay, if it runs this command, can I run the command rm-rf del.txt to see if I could do that one? And right away, my program says, no, you're not allowed to run this command. So if you say, well, you hard-coded del.txt, what if I just say rm-rf/* delete everything? No. You say, okay, how about I put a semicolon here and say touch this garbage stuff, anything. Let's see if this program is smart enough to catch it. Yes, it does. So anything that you do in between SQL injection and other ones, I'm not allowing those ones. But if you just run a command saying that run this one, say, give me the host name information, I gave you the host name, because I log into the server, I tell you. By somebody knowing the host name, whether X or Y or Z, it doesn't break the system. Some people say, why are you giving this information? Believe it or not, they don't know cybersecurity, they don't know OS level, they don't know what they're talking about. So don't be afraid if somebody tells you that, oh, you gave somebody's IP address. When people, they just know the computer code, they can just get IP address with everything, right? And let's look up google.com. Google.com, host google.com. How many ways you can do, right? So to find a ping, google.com. So you could find out information through the IP, through the DNS, trace route, and there's so much you can do to figure out things. But if they are not protected, yes, you could compromise it, but they're protected, so it's not like there. And then that is one thing that you should practice here. So on my website, actually, for every page that you could come in here, every chapters that I built for you. So if you come in the direct path to Linux Ubuntu, I built chapter 2 to teach you basic stuff. Linux, you learn it fast. Chapter 3, intermediate level. Chapter 4, advanced level. So sometimes you might be just a person to work on the intermediate level, and then you say, well, what do you have for intermediate level? Well, I have alias command, BC, change group, change mode, change owner. Some of these ones are securities of the system. Like df-h, I let you type in and then run the command and get the output on your screen right here. And the same thing that if you say give me this command or extended for file system or something, you just click on it in like a Windows machine, and I give you the output on a browser. But at the same time, if you want manual pages on it, df-h, and then I generate PDF version as well as HTML version. HTML is this one, and you just go there and then type in more for more commands. Like if you want to say change mode here, you could get the change mode here, and then at the same time, if you want to learn a change mode here, just come in here. So on change mode, because it's permission, change mode, change ownership, change group, those commands, I don't want people to just run it. So I wrote it like a book for you to just come online and practice it and understand it. And as the table, read, write, execute, octet number, all of those ones with UMask, everything I explained here. So you can learn it very easily. At the same time, you can get the PDF version of it, the PDF documentation here. So for every thing that you want, you can get the documentation here. At the same time, if you say, well, give me the change group permission, I give you that, just in PDF format. So the whole internet is at your fingertips. The whole thousands of documentation are at your fingertips. So what do I mean by fingertips? So look at this one. If I say on my website, you come in and you say, can I just get everything about Linux Red Hat? Yes. You don't have to just come in. On this chapter 4, for example, or chapter 3 or chapter 2, whichever chapter you click on here, on the like chapter 4, for example, you could get it on chapter 3 or chapter 4 also. For every table that I just have this 188 commands, I have examples by example, the what is section, the manual pages and the examples, so you can practice it. And then you watch these videos for each row and you just learn it. The whole thing I explained it in videos. So you have videos, you have text, you have commands, and you have manual pages, everything. But at the same time, if you want like somebody like myself or something that you are doing a lot of research constantly, you could just read it, and it doesn't matter what level you are, there is information for you. If you're a master, come here, you will learn it. If you're a guru, you will learn a lot of stuff. There's a lot of it. So just for Red Hat, for example, there's about 12,747 PDF technical documentation. And then on going here, this 12,000 PDF file, so you search for, like, for example, mount command. Look at how many, 21 of them are matching mount. So mount section 8, which is system administration level, you find that one and then you just click on it and then you go to a mount command. Similarly, like if you are looking for here mount 8.pdf, you just click on it, and then I give credit to MyWebUniversity, my website, my programming language, which I used free PDF libraries, Python programming language, and Red Hat manual pages to generate this PDF file. And then here, if you just say, well, can I get the GCC version? So look for GCC, Control-C, that's not there because on Red Hat at the time when I did it was not there. So if you just say, how about the Rocky? Does Rocky have it? Maybe Rocky, install it to test it, and then I did generate it? No. So if you don't find it, I definitely have it on Ubuntu, because on Ubuntu, I created those ones in order to run my site. So Ctrl+F GCC and you have it. And you just go here, GCC AR.1, and all of them are there. So this is the 11 version PDF, and you can see here. This is 576 pages on Ubuntu. On the dynamic version, it was 399. Here you can do Ctrl+F HTTPS, search for OpenACC, for example, and you go to OpenACC. So when I say the whole internet is at your fingertips, it is actually. You're not moving from your house, you're staying at home, You're learning about parallel computing, HPC, high performance computing, and supercomputers, and running all these kind of pragma code on the C and then the C++ and all of that one as just as you want it. So this is like really cool. And this same thing, if you want PowerShell, about 7,500 technical documentation there. So enjoy it, right? And I think I ran the Linux server command yet or not? No, I didn't. Let me run the Linux command also. I want to just close this one. I'm going to just open this one and say, okay, quit out of this one, clear screen, and then I'm going to be looking for a called Happy New Year 2026. Cat -10 Happy New Year -2026 $6. This is the 32 lines of script that I wrote it. So you could even do this one with the laugh out loud cat to just display it in colors, different colors on it. But if I want to run that one, I could do vim Happy New Year on this. Notice on the line number 3 through 4, I did a check to say make sure that there's enough parameter passed on the argument of the script. So if somebody wants to run it for USA, they could just provide it. If they want to run it for New York, for California, for any other country, they could just pass it on. But if they don't give any argument to it, then it's gonna just say, no, you need to have the syntax of run. And once they provide the argument, it runs it. And let me just show you how it works. So if I just clear a screen here and say Happy New Year 2026, and it says you need to have the country name or city name. So I'm gonna say that the city name is Kabul. Doesn't matter what you want to type in. So now it's gonna run and it's gonna generate the information for each banner that I have there. It's gonna just give them a banner name, and then after that one says Happy New Year, Kabul, 2026, and this. The name of the banner and then the font that is for that. Actually, the name of the font and also the type. This is the block. And then two different ways. One is for the banner, one is for big font. And now I can hear the fireworks for the new year because it just become a new year in 2026 in California. So happy new year again. And it is running my code right here on Linux server. So I could make this screen bigger to see that how it works. And you can see all the fonts. Lean is that one. Happy New Year. And then that's what it says, Happy New Year 2026. 2026, Happy New Year. 2026, Happy New Year with each font. And then Kabul. You could say, I had the USA earlier or the other one. I'm going to just run it with USA also. You can run it with any names. You could practice with those ones. And those strings that you could assign to variables. So that way you could say another message rather than Happy New Year. So you could say whatever, happy birthday or something to someone. And then the person's name, and that is how these codes and stuff there. So the program is very smart. It just gets run a code called showfigfonts. Showfigfonts is give the list of all the fonts that is available. Then I parse it to just only pick up the font name from that argument, and then just go to a while read var or font name, and then display the font with that text. It's so small, fast. So right now it's doing it. I'm going to open one more terminal here to show you something else also. Right here, you can see and this one is displaying here. So I could show you the command that I was telling you, which showfigfonts. This showfigfonts is basically show you all the fonts. Showfigfonts, and this one, when you do that one, it is going to show all the fonts there. See that? And then it writes that text as well. Notice the font, every one of them, that term is the terminal, and this one. And this is the fireworks on this one. The fireworks on the blue is a little bit kind of too fast going in, because my speed on that computer is faster. So somehow it is doing different. And then here the fireworks, you could do npx, fireworks, and then let's say I want to do it -1 to indefinitely loop it, and I don't want to just exit out. You could do that. So the Linux server that I just showed you, the font is still there, and then that matches the fireworks outside of our house. So it is the 2026 Happy New Year. By the time I posted it, this is going to be already over. But Happy New Year, usually you want to celebrate it after a few weeks even. You tell people that Happy New Year at work and other places. So it's not just that midnight. But it is good to say it at midnight. Yet when I post it on YouTube, it's going to take a while to post it. Most likely a few hours, or maybe depending on how long is this video, is 1 hour. So I print this one, the font, and then you can, I hope it's not getting filtered. If it doesn't get filtered, that's good. You can hear the sound also. Yeah, this is the show for fake fonts, and then that's the fireworks here. So with that, I'm going to just display the code also here for the Linux server. Let me just see, I'll open it here. Clear screen, and then say change directory word of the React front, and then Happy New Year dash 2026. So you can see here that the fonts, everything. The way I do it is showfigfonts and then grep -I colon. Once I pick up the colon, then I print $1 on op, and then put it into the font as while read, and then manipulate it here. Pretty easy, but at the same time you have to know what you're doing, and that's going to generate really nice stuff. Okay. If you haven't subscribed to our channel, please join our channel, and then subscribe to our channel so you could help the cause for helping others that are cannot afford to go expensive college tuitions or boot camps, or buying expensive books. This is the only way we could support others, and I hope you join me to help that. Thank you so much. God bless you all. Take care. Have a good one, and enjoy the new year with your loved ones and families and friends and coworkers. Take care. Bye-bye.